Program Director. Before I start with my remarks, I am going to request that Chaplain Tadwe come to the front here. Program Director, we agreed that yes.
Now it's football. It's tactics along the
I
way.
wanted to use another term, but yeah. We are going to request the chaplain to light this candle. In all our events as the Department of Correctional Services, we light this candle because this candle is in remembrance of our officials that we lost in the line of duty. We light this candle because we also want to recognize that they have families that still remember them, that have suffered great losses because of their sacrifices at work. We also light this candle because we recognize the fact that there is a higher power above all of us on earth that is always looking out for all of us, whether we are officials, whether we are offenders, or whether we are members of the community. There is a higher power that is always looking out for us. So, exactly today I did your work. I'm going to cut an hour of your salary and bring it to me. You can just help us light the candle, and I request that we stand up and observe a moment of silence. Thank you.
Thank you.
Deputy Minister, let me allow me to recognize your presence around us or amongst us. Let me also recognize the presence of Ms. Jessica Mutaum, who's the Director for Marketing from Kaiser Chiefs. Mr. Hilton Friend, who we are meeting, I think, now for the second, third, or fourth time. We started this partnership earlier in the year from FIFA Foundation, the CEO of Twinning Project. Let me then also recognize the presence of our coach for Banyana, Desrin, and of course, Coach Dylan Shepard and the technical team from Kaiser Chiefs. We also have Deputy Minister, we have the Chief Deputy Commissioner responsible for incarceration and corrections in the Department of Correctional Services. She sent me a message to indicate that she will not be on time because of other commitments, but she is here. I would like her to stand up. I'm saying I would like her to stand up because one of the things that we do as the Office of the National Commissioner is to provide leadership. We initiate, but there are branches in the department that report to the National Commissioner, hence Chief Deputy Commissioner, the title. They are the ones that implement these projects. So I believe we've initiated enough, and I see CDC, you're sitting next to Dr. Musoma. I would like to also continue to have her time dedicated to other things. I'm saying this because in the branch, incarceration and corrections, we have a chief directorate that has a directorate called Sports, Recreation, Arts and culture. Now, this is a sports program. It must directly be implemented from that directorate. I'm saying this because when I started my job as the National Commissioner DM, there was a move in the department to downgrade that directorate. And we had a very nice, beautiful fight because I understand perfectly the role of sports in changing lives, or the role of sports in making the lives of communities better. And if I am to talk about that topic, Program Director, your program will be thrown out of balance because we will leave here at 6 o'clock in the evening. So, but I'm making this point because it's an important point with regards to the future of this program. It has to be a program that is part of the strategic plan of the department. It has to be a program that is part of the annual performance plan of the department. When the minister and the deputy minister go to parliament to report, they have to report utilizing progress information from this program. Let me also recognize the presence of colleagues from sports, the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. We also have the special advisor to the minister. Apologies, I didn't quite catch the name, but it's important for us to recognize your presence because we work with other departments as the Department of Correctional Services. Actually, without blowing our trumpet, I can confidently say that we are an example, a good example of partnership and collaboration with government departments. Why? Because each and every service of government or in government that you want, you get it in correctional services. Whether it's health, education, whether it's infrastructure, whatever you can think of that government is about, you get it from correctional services. So even in terms of careers, because I saw that Jessica wanted to announce that poaching the likes of Dr. Musoma. So even in terms of careers, if there are those colleagues that are in Kaizer Chiefs that wants to work for correctional services, apply, we will employ him. So that the poaching can go both directions. When we have the acting regional commissioner of Gauteng, Tate Mashamba, the DRC, Memakani, the area commissioner who's hosting this program, Tate Matiba. Obviously, the program is localized under your care. So today we do all the fanfare. We launch the program. We leave the program in your capable hands and the capable hands of our partners, Kaizer Chiefs and FIFA. And obviously, we'll come back to collect the results. But in the process, as you implement the project, if you have problems, elevate them so that we can come in and intervene. Don't elevate problems when we expect a report. When we expect a report, we just expect results. By the way, we are a department that prides itself with a performance of over 90%. It's there, consistently. So where we put our hands, there is excellence. I am here also to introduce the Deputy Minister, and already the Deputy Minister has indicated that when we were having a briefing, that she's not a new person to the field of sports, arts and culture. She's also not a new person in the context of a partnership with Kaizer Chiefs. So, you know, the DM worked with Jessica before I do, so who am I? Our Deputy Minister is not new to cabinet or executive functions. She was a member of cabinet for 2 terms in the Mpumalanga provincial government. On the other side, sports, arts and culture, as I indicated. On the other side, social development. So she's also not new to lawmaking. She has been a lawmaker, obviously. You know, you interact with the provincial legislature. But most importantly, our Deputy Minister is the first Deputy Minister who is a woman in the department. Also, after many years of having the Department of Correctional Services meshed with the Department of Justice. So for the first time after so many years we now have a focused ministry with a deputy minister of the caliber of Deputy Minister Njali Njali. Well, I don't want to say more. You have already experienced the energy. So you can understand that we have a very powerful drive behind us now. So if you see us increasing the speed, and if you experience us being very strong and harder, the fingers must point to the Deputy Minister. So those were the remarks that I wanted to make. My last comment is that because there's media here, we must also recognize the presence of media. But my last comment is that there is a raging debate about rehabilitation and correctional programs in South Africa. And that debate obviously resonates internationally. There's one aspect that, in my view, we need to continue to clarify. The Constitution of this country and the Correctional Services Act enjoins us, if you go to Chapter 3, it actually stipulates clearly that when a person is incarcerated, that person must undergo rehabilitation and correctional programs. Now, us getting into partnership with renowned institutions like Kaizer Chiefs, like FIFA, is because we are ensuring that we uphold the law. We are ensuring that we uphold the constitution of the country. When these progressive programs are reported in the media, you have a voice that says, why should they be exposed to such programs? It is necessary because our work as correctional services is measured with the success of having inmates or offenders going out into the community as changed people who can now make good of their lives, but not only that, who can now contribute positively to the development and the growth of the local communities they come from or wherever they are. They have to be a positive influence to society. For them to be a positive influence to society, we have to start influencing them positively from the first day they walk into our correctional facilities. So when they wake up every day, the first contact that they have with a human being is a correctional official. And it is like that until they finish their sentence. And what does that mean? It means that even when they go out on parole, as the DM was saying at the portfolio committee yesterday, they still have a parole officer allocated to them. So we never release them on parole and leave them out there to their own devices. We make it a point that we continue to monitor them. But programs like this extends our hand to make more impact. So I wanted to clarify that point because when it goes out there in the media, powerful and big brands like Kaizer Chiefs are associated, it starts to, I don't know how to put it. There's one elder who used to say, "Abang tunukala." So people start feeling, no, this is not. It is the correct thing to do. And this program is at the heart of crime prevention because out of the results that we're going to get, I am definitely sure that the levels of crime will be reduced because our offenders here will not go back to the life of crime. Now, earlier on, I said that I was going to make a declaration. No, it's not a declaration, it's a confession. I thought I would grow up and play football. But there was a teacher when I was doing standard 2 then, who was a teacher and a coach. And they used to beat us. It was bad. So I didn't like it, so I stopped. But our family is a family of football, but we are divided into two. You can guess for yourself. You can just guess for yourself, and also you can guess for yourself which team I belong to. No, I'm a Kosi for life. So, in as much as I could not play football, at least I'm doing something with Amakos as an employee of the Department of Correctional Services. So, DM, this is your opportunity to come address us. Mine was just a catching blazer. Thank you, Program Director.